Alright, gamers, welcome back. World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore Ironman Adventures, episode 149. Guys, we're almost done with the series. The Hardcore Ironman series, we've got this episode where we're going to try and get a lot done, and then the following episode, which is going to be the finale. We're going to take on Khan Hrothra, we're going to try and attempt Princess Mizriel, and basically finish up any loose ends that we have. Maybe do a little celebration where we set off some fireworks, take another look at everything that we've earned along the way. I'm very excited. We don't have too much left in Silithus. We need to get a couple more of these encrypted Twilight pages. I do need to kill 3 rock stalkers. Well, I need their fangs, and then I need to kill 3 stone lash flare stingers. Well, I need their stingers, so we actually need items from them, but we don't have too much left here, honestly. What tomorrow brings, venture into the caverns of time and Daenerys and find Anachronos, brood of Nosdormu. We actually do want to do that. So let's pick this quest up. I thought I had this at one point and maybe we accidentally dropped it or something, but Windcaller Kalden.
Now that the war is in full swing, we've had no shortage of able-bodied combatants from the Horde and Alliance. If only we could keep them off of each other's throats.
Bearistloth.
Look behind you, person. The hive stirs as the land that surrounds us shudders and shakes. The time has come for me to fulfill a promise I made 1,000 years past. The sands shift once more as the Kiraji plan for war.
Whatever tomorrow brings. All right, let me not get DMC'd.
Death had all but overcome my being when he intervened. He breathed only once upon my maimed body and then waited patiently for the sands of time to cleanse my wounds. Forever you will remain if you must, he said, and with those words I was bound as a watcher.
That's sick.
Look now to the desert. The second war is upon us. You must seek out the resting place of the bronze. Venture to the caverns of time and see if the master has returned. I must be sure before I am able to proceed.
That's so sick. That was some really cool quest text. So I'm gonna go try and take on the rock stalkers and the stone lash flares first, get their items, and then we'll come back and collect some more pages. I need to be careful with this quest though. It's a level 60 quest. We've seen what happens when we take on 2 of those mobs. We get dropped really quickly. It's also very important that I'm conscious of CC when we're trying to collect those pages, because those shamans, they hit hard. But we also need to swing over here and talk to the Hermit Ortel. He'll have a chain for us. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do the chain. It depends on what the chain requires of us, but... And then we'll probably head to Daenerys and try and sneak past some of the brood of Nosdormu, make sure it's clear, get in there, and figure out what's going on. Talk to, what was his name? Anachronos. Alright, slap some poisons on. Okay, these rock stalkers have a poison and a web. I also should be trying to take on some of the sandworms again, because that sandworm meat makes really good food. 20 strength is crazy, by the way. Not gonna dagger dance because I can bleed these spiders, so. Oh, we're on daggers, not swords. But yeah, we're past IRL, we're past Christmas break now. Kind of getting back into the swing of things of trying to finish up the series that we're working on, get back to recording in my spare time. That white spider meat is important. I can make some food out of that. But yeah, it's been nice to have a little bit of a mental break, especially when I needed it. I had some things going on in my personal life where I just kind of really needed a little bit of a break, but I'm feeling rejuvenated. I'm feeling refreshed. Got a lot of good things happening now. A lot of big plans for this year moving forward. We're back in the gym. I'm back on my diet. I'm cleaning up the act a little bit, if you know what I mean. Let's go ahead and heal up. It's not a terrible poison, but it is. Poisons, as we know, are just annoying as a rogue. It messes up your stealth, which messes up my opener, which is a lot of my damage. So let's try and wait this out here. Get a distract. He resisted it. I'm going to try just to use Blade Flurry and not use Adrenaline Rush or Evasion, but we'll see. Probably going to need a potion here. 2 poisons on me is sketchy. Do a quick check around us, make sure we're good. Let's be careful with that moving forward. The glowing scorpion blood does sell for quite a bit. It's 20 silver each, which is nice. 5 of these bad boys, and that's a gold right there. We're almost at 250. That's pretty nice. We're a quarter of a way towards Epic Mount. We're not going to be getting Epic Mount, of course. We've talked about that many a time, but it's still just cool to see like how much gold can I get before we're done with the series. We bought all of our bank slots, as we've talked about. We've got great bags, even though I can't buy those, but just in general, we got great bags. We bought our ground mount. We got all of our skill training, so all of our abilities are trained. It's gonna be one of these quests. But yeah, I hope everyone had a good holiday break. Had a pretty nice Christmas, spent some time with the family, some time with the friends. Had some really good food. Been in the gym, bulking up, feeling good about myself and my progress. Like I said, it's gonna be a big year, so I'm very excited for this year coming up. We got one of these Rockstalker fangs. Ugh, I hate those poisons, man. But yeah, it's a nice Sunday afternoon. I got a little bit of time to record. It's about 5 p.m. for me right now. So probably gonna work on multiple different series that we're working on this afternoon until I'm not hitting the gym tonight, so really until it's about bedtime. I'm just gonna try and work on a bunch of content and then do a little reading before bed. Now, if I start eating in between recording on this session, sorry, I gotta get the calories in, guys. It'll probably just be snacking. Got some trail mix. But I'll try and make it a point to mute my mic and mostly do it if I'm like traveling or just mindlessly killing stuff, or we're listening to some NPCs talk or something like that. But I know some people don't really like when other people eat, and I get that. But at the end of the day, you know, like I said, I gotta get these calories, guys. So the large scorpion claws help for 14 silver each as well. That's a nice little gray item to sell. I'm gonna have to take this one on with no stealth. It's an 8-second web. There's gotta be something I can get rid of for that, right? Honestly, I'm gonna get rid of 2 rune cloth, as crazy as that is. I'd rather have the spider meat so I can cook some meals with that later. I think we're almost at 300, yeah? I don't think the spider meat's gonna really give me any points, but... does make me the spider sausage, which is nice. 12 stamina food. A stack of 20 will give me a stack of 10 of these spider sausage. And we're definitely going to be getting more spider meat as we're killing these spiders for this quest, so... I'd rather have that than the rune cloth, because the rune cloth is always going to stay as a stack of 2. Humanoids are the only mobs that drop cloth in Classic. So us killing beasts, it's not really going to... we're never going to get more cloth off them, right? Or at least that's my thought process with it. The mystery meat also, you know, worth keeping. I think I can make, yeah, Dragon Breath Chili, which I haven't made before. Which just gives you kind of like a fire-breathing passive ability. It's not crazy compared to like a stamina buff or a strength buff, but honestly, the mystery meat, I could go without it. How much does it sell for? It's like 10 silver for a stack of 10, roughly. Maybe if I'm fast, nice. I got it in between poison ticks. 3-point slice here. Throw a poison, or sorry, throw a bleed on him. We've got our poisons going from our sword. Garrote stealing damage. We're a nasty little beast to fight ourselves. We're a nasty little fuck. Did I put my Gnomish Universal Remote? I think that's in the bank, yeah. Ah, see, I didn't get the timing on that correctly. Alright, we are near a Havashi hive. I should be conscious of that and careful of that. These things are elites, 60 elites. They will mess me up. That death cry from the spider, I thought that was another mob aggroing onto me and it scared me. Thorium, huge. I have space for it. I don't need to make more space. Let's snag the thorium first and then I'll probably pull 2 scorpions here. Use cooldowns. Two dense stone, that's nice. Give me some more dense stone. That's a little 2-piece. I'm gonna try and not use my sprint here. Ah, I wasted a combo point. It's okay. Alright, 2 out of 3 for the Stone Lash Flares. Wait for the next poison tick, and then I'm going to try and sneak in between. Got it. 3-point dice. Pull them back to where I know we've cleared out some mobs. Playing real textbook right now. 2 poisons. Oh. Shadow Silk. It's nice if I was a tailor. I can't really hold it, unfortunately. I could get rid of a junk box, but I do want to keep those. I don't really know what this attuned damper is for. Inflict X amount of arcane damage to an attuned target and lower the damage it deals. This object is being attuned, or sorry, has been attuned to work against a specific being. What is this used for again? I'm considering just getting rid of it. Also, these like random floating obelisks out here, what is that? Must have something to do with Encourage, and maybe they're floating because of the power of Encourage, or maybe the Havashi, something to do with the insectoid species. I'm not sure, but it's visually very cool. Just these floating obelisks. Ooh. Shadow Silk, Shadow Silk, Shadow Silk. I'm gonna get rid of the attuned damper. And I'm gonna hold this Shadow Silk. It's 20 silver right there. I wish I could send things to some of my alts. That way if I wanted to make, you know, another character on hardcore and it was a tailor, I could have that Shadow Silk for them. But this is solo self-found. Everything that we find, it has to be on our own, organic. And if I was to ever play hardcore again, I can only, you know, play solo self-found myself. It's just, it fits the theme of hardcore and what I'm looking for when I'm playing hardcore very well, which is just this sense of like purpose and fulfillment and having a hard task and achieving that task and getting the value from just achieving that, right? These poisons last so long. Almost missed. We got Frankel Stonebridge and Rutgar Glyph Shaper. I wonder what these boys have to say. What is this? Bronzebeard Encampment. I definitely want to swing down by Encourage and take a look at it. We can see it in the distance already. Hey, there we go. We just need the spiders now. He's got a little monkey friend, Glib.
Bronzebeard's gone missing again. That dwarf sure didn't get any of his brother's good senses.
Bronzebeard's gone missing.
Look up to the heavens, adventurer. The dragonflights have not been seen in this area for 1,000 years. Those Kiraji are up to something. I just know it.
Oh, yeah. There's one of the Brood of Nozdormu right there. Kind of patrolling the skies and making sure everything is okay around here. Alright, let's get a little two-piece here. Hopefully we get lucky and get both of them right here. I am going to pop evasion here just to get it on cooldown and because these things web me, so... Oh, nothing from both of them. That's awful. Oh, someone's out here. I'm gonna help him take down his scorpion. His name is Revenge Grind. Didn't even wave to me or nothing, huh?
Health warning.
Okay, just one more Rockstalker Fang. Then we're gonna go collect some pages, and then probably head to the Caverns of Time. No, actually we need to go talk to Hermit Ortel first. Actually, I almost pulled two, and I don't want to do that without evasion, I think. He resisted the web, that's huge. Just using Eviscerate here instead of New Bleed. Iron Web Silk. It sells for 25. Yeah, we want that instead. Let's just wait out this poison. We'll go with the 3-point slice and dice here. The Rockstalkers are a little tankier than some of the other mobs that we've fought recently, so I think a 3-point slice is nice. He webbed me mid-jump, so I'm in mid-air. Well, we're gonna need some more quail. There we go. Alright, let's go talk to Hermit Ortel, see if we're even going to be doing that quest chain. He might just throw us straight into the wolves, and it's going to be something that we just don't want to do or can't do, or yada yada. Any vendors in this camp? Some PvP quests that we have hidden. I'm like half afraid to step inside of that. I don't know if it would maybe teleport me somewhere. Krug's Skull Split. Let me start snacking on my cookie, I guess. Just gotta keep my eyes peeled for any elites. I don't want to accidentally run into them. Adrenaline Rush is back. This might be his cave. Oh, he's a human.
Leave at once, stranger. I have no business with you.
Actually, I have business with you. You! How did you find me? Who are you? You weren't followed, were you? Speak.
I see you're familiar with my old organization. You must be with Cenarian Hold. You seek information to use against them? come closer. Perhaps we can be of mutual assistance.
The deserter.
The Twilight's Hammer are not kind to those that leave their ranks. They hunt me to this day like I'm some sort of beast. Needless to say, an enemy of theirs is a friend of mine. To decipher this tablet, I'll need the book used by their scribes to encode secret messages, the Twilight Lexicon. It's such an important tool that they keep its 3 chapters in different locations.
Uh-oh.
The officers entrusted with the lexicon are known as Twilight Keepers. Look for them at the Twilight's Hammer camps.
Bring the 3 chapters of the Twilight Lexicon to Hermit or Telensilius. I'm a little nervous about this one. But we might get lucky and find them while we're collecting our encrypted Twilight texts, so. Now this one we're definitely going to be playing by the books very carefully. I should take out some dredge crushers, but again, we're so close to the end here. I kind of just want to go back to town, sell some stuff, and then try and get these pages and these chapters and head to the Caverns of Time. Bones of Graka Grand. I think I'm gonna sell all this wolf meat and red meat and stuff, and even the mystery meat, because it's not anything that I'm actually gonna use as far as crafting food of value. And it's kind of just taking up inventory space for other items that I could hold and sell. I think we need to head back up to Duke Hydraxis at some point. Denova, Snowden, and Umber in Moonglade. Yes, Moonglade. Calendrath.
Greetings, traveler. As long as you remain within the walls of the Cenarian Hold, you will be safe from harm. Be wary when leaving the protection of the hold, as the Selethid have been swarming as of late.
Sell the core of Earth and just get rid of the core of Elements, honestly. There we go, that gives us a little more room. Let's go see if we can save our goblin friend. Beatix. This is our last chance to save Noggle. Hurry!
Yes, it seems to be working. Noggle is coming too. We owe you big time.
2 more major healing potions and 4.25 gold. Noggle's a lost satchel.
Hey, thanks for saving my hide. I think I'll be lying down for a while until I recover my strength. Where am I? Where's my bag? Asterisk, gasp, asterisk. I must have lost it while fleeing from Deathclasp, the giant Scorpid. In my rush to escape, I walked right into a nest of stone lash flayers. The satchel I was carrying had all sorts of rare reagents in it. Without them, me and Beatix won't be able to make the potions that Cenarian Hold needs. I'm too weak to get up yet, but I can make it worth your while if you bring back my reagents. I ran into Deathclasp in the southern mountain range behind Bronzebeard's camp.
Now maybe I can sneak past Deathclasp and just get the satchel and come back. We would get 2 elixirs of mongoose. Is that what it was? Yeah. Which give us 25 agility and 2% crit for an hour. That's really, really good. But I don't want to fight Deathclasp. I had a buddy who lost one of his hardcore characters. Hey, grats to these 2. I had a buddy who lost one of his hardcore characters at level 59 trying to take on Death Clasp, and it definitely went out. It went down on live stream fails and all that stuff, but Twilight Keeper have Wunth. I want to try and just pull this guy. $418. Jesus, brother. Bro! These guys hit so hard, that's crazy. Oh, we got one of the chapters. Whew. I do not like that. Fire Blast and Fire Nova. He blasted me for 418, Nova's for 734, and then blasts again for 400. So within, what, 5 seconds here, this was 800 plus 700, so 1500 damage. It's like more than half my health. Yeah, but so I have a feeling that maybe these, well, no, it doesn't look like it. I'd say maybe these overlords are scattered around different camps, but Questy's saying I can get all of them from here. Now that we're back to the fighting humanoids, we're going to get some more rune cloth, which is nice. I don't know if a 2-point dice is going to be enough, honestly. I might want a 3-point. But I'm going to try and build up a nice kidney here. The longer I can keep them CC'd, the less damage I'm going to take. And the safer I'll feel fighting these damn things. Disarm him. God, the pages have an awful drop rate though, huh? Let's head to this camp back here, because apparently I can get to chapter 1. And I do think it is scattered between different camps, because it says chapter 1 is up here, chapter 2 can roam, but I also can get chapter 2 down in south. The Wind Reaver causes a gale to sweep across the land, the sound of his mindless fury coming from the northwest. Let's get a fresh stamina buff. Twilight Keeper Mena. She's a Shadow Priest. She has a Fear, Shadow Word Pain, Mind Flay. That's scary. I'm gonna take out this Geolord while she paths back that way, and then when she comes back this way, we'll take her on. Dang it. It was nothing, Mena. Go on. I'm going to use cooldowns on her. That way I can try and get as many combo points into her as I can and try and hit a big kidney. I'm probably going to have to vanish here. Oh, thank you. Alright, on the next path back. I think I'm gonna dagger dance on her, too. Distract her so she has her back to us. Nice. There's chapter 1. Yep, so cooldowns are definitely the secret there. Now these pages are going to take forever. I'm also very glad we didn't have to use a major healing potion there, because I want to try and save as many of those as I can for when we take on Khan, Hrothra, and Princess. Just in case I need them to clutch up the fight, or, you know, to survive, to get out. Come on, man, give me a page. You're making me lose hope in this quest. Alright, let's head down south. We'll try and collect a few more pages down there, get the final chapter, and take a look at Encourage. I'm very happy with our map exploration progress. Everywhere we've gone, we've basically explored everything. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff, I mean, we've basically completely explored every zone that we've gone to. Fellwood, Winterspring, there's the north and south. Well, the south we've got to explore, but the north I do need to go explore. There's little bits and pieces here and there that we still need to do, and that might be something that I take care of before the finale, to where I can just like look at the map and be like, okay, this is nice, right? But, you know, Ashara, completely explored. Obviously Durotar, the Barrens, Dust Wallow. We've got Thousand Needles completely explored, Tenaris, Ungoro, Silithus, Veralis, Desolus, Stone Talon, right? So basically all of Kalimdor is explored for the most part. Some of the Alliance zones, no, but Tearsfall Glades, completely explored. The Western Plaguelands, completely explored. Eastern Plaguelands, we have a couple pockets here and there that are like, this is full of elites, I think 60 elites. I can't remember what's over here. This is no, it's not Strat. What's the dungeon's name? I'm drawing a blank on it right now. I know it. It is Stratholme, yeah. Stratholme is up there. We've got all of Silverpine. All of Silverpine explored. All of Terran Mill. Not Terran Mill. South Shore. Alterac Mountains. The Hinterlands completely explored. The Arathi Highlands completely explored. Wetlands are in an Alliance zone, so we do have some areas that we need to explore, but not too stressed about that. Same with Loch Modan and Dunmoreau. We got the Badlands. This entire side is full of elite dragons, if I remember correctly, but we might run through there at some point just to try and get it, knocked off the list. Searing Gorge completely explored. The Burning Steppes, there is some areas here that we need to explore. Red Ridge is an Alliance zone, no. Elwyn Forest, an Alliance zone, no. Westfall, an Alliance zone, no. Darkshire, it is an Alliance zone, but I wouldn't mind exploring all of it. What is this? Swamp of Sorrows, that's what it is. Completely explored. The Blasted Lands need some work here, but I think there's elites here. And then Stranglethorn, completely explored outside of Zul'Farrak. Something is invisible around me. I just heard it. But anyways, here we have the Gates of Ahn'Qiraj. The Scarab Wall. I wonder if this has any significance to the opening of the gates, right? Because originally on a fresh server, these gates are closed. And there's a big event, this big war event, to get the gates open. And you have to provide a lot of resources as a faction. And the first group of people to complete the quests, get the gong, and then open the gate are awarded a very rare mount and title, which there's not many titles outside of PvP titles in Vanilla WoW, and this is the gong, right? So, Jonathan the Revelator. Now you have to be a pretty much no life in order to be one of the first people to ring this gong and get that achievement. So it's pretty impressive when someone does it, but it's also pretty degenerate when someone does it. So, but yeah, here's Ahn'Qiraj. Aesthetically and thematically, just such a cool raid. There's a 20-man and a 40-man. I believe this is the 20-man, and the 40-man is in this section over here. So very, very cool. Once a city sealed by the Titans, and I'm not talking about the Teen Titans. I could be wrong about that. Maybe it was the bronze or one of the Dragonflights aspects, but I know it was sealed long ago because the Qiraji are an alien species. They're very dangerous and they threaten life itself on Azeroth, so this looks like a path, but no. Bro, you webbed me as soon as you reset? Oh, you're a piece. You're a piece. You're a piece. I was hoping that there was maybe a section I could sneak into over here, but it looks like I'm going to have to go over to Bronzebeard's camp and go back this way. I feel so alone, coming up them big old pile of them bones. Oh, I don't like this at all, bro. And there's Death Clasp. The biggest and baddest scorpion of them all. There's the satchel. Okay, here's the play. We're gonna wait until the scorpions pass. Grab the satchel real quick, get the hell out of Dodge. Woo! Later, nerds. That'll be 2 elixirs of the mongoose. Ooh, little fall damage. For us when we try to take on Conrothra and Princess Mizrael next session. So that'll help a lot, I think. 25 extra agility and 2 crit for an hour. That's nice. Let's go try and get that last lexicon chapter, and then... Ah, man. These pages are taking quite a while to get. This might be something that I have to do in between this session and next session, just because it's taking so long for them to drop. But we'll see what our luck looks like when we come over here and try and get this second chapter of the lexicon. We're already kind of getting tight on time here. 7 pages in 15-20 minutes. I don't think it's going to happen, but we also have to head back to the Hermit, and then I think I'll save the Brood of Nozdormu and Anachronos for next session, the finale. That one's probably going to be a bit longer than an hour. That one might even go up to like 2 hours, but it is the finale, so... But then again, it could just be a nice clean hour, depending on how things go and what we have left to do. Because we don't have too much left, but... We'll see. We'll see. I think I've made... I say that and then I immediately want to go back on it. I was like, I think I made the decision to not grind out the Timber Mall hold rep. But then again, it's like maybe I'll grind out these pages and that rep in between this episode and the finale. And we can do all that stuff in the finale. But it's just a lot of work. It's like 150 mob kills in order to get to neutral. That's a lot, man. That's easily like 2+ hours worth of time. Nelson the Nice. I don't like the fact that he has a moveset to him that could destroy me. Soul Flame, Crippling Clip, Creeping Doom, Dreadful Fright, Fool's Plight. Like, what the hell? Dr. Seuss ass moveset. And there's the Twilight... Oh no, it's Twilight Master. Okay. That's not the one that we're looking for. We're looking for... I don't know their name. Sneak this one over here and... Oh, Twilight Keeper Exeter. That's who we're looking for. Seemed like this is more of a warrior, which is nice. I fare better against warriors than casters. Warriors I can disarm, reduce a lot of their damage. There we go, we got a 4th page. I have some hope again. And a Star Ruby. That's really nice. There's also some Mithril back here. Exeter is level 60 with 4,000 health, though, so... Probably pop a new food buff before we take him on. He's got a flaming sword. Looks like a paladin. With mortal blow, or mortal strike. Got a good bit of solid stone out of this. Okay, fresh food buff. We'll take on Exeter. I'll spend the next 10 minutes or so grinding as many pages as we can, and then we'll go talk to the Hermit, Hearth back to the Cenarian Hold and get ready to wrap this one up. And then depending on what I need to get done, I'll spend some time in my own free time between this episode and next episode and have us prepped and ready for the finale. And we are right on track. I'm very happy with our progress and how things are panning out. Oh, this guy wasn't bad at all. Alright, chapters 1, 2, and 3 of the Lexicon. Let's take on a few more of the Twilight Avengers and Geolords and try and at least get to like 7 or 8 pages, and then in my spare time I can just grind out a couple more pages. The rep is going to be a big grind. That one I'm not so sure about, but maybe I get a wild want to do it. I forgot that you can kill these guys and get a full Twilight set. And if you get 3 out of 3 pieces, the set bestows the wearer with the evil aura of a Twilight Hammer's cultist, allowing you to sneak into their camp and talk to them, I think, which would be really cool. So I'm going to hold on to the shoulders for now. Maybe we can get the robe and the cowl before the finale. Alright, he's enraged. Make sure we disarm him. Do not touch these stones. Remember last time one almost one-shot me. Just trash the hickory pipe, honestly. Whoa. Exeter respawns pretty quickly. Alright, 5 out of 10 pages. There is some hope now. Dude, Exeter actually looks so sick though. Can we take a second to just appreciate this guy? Where's my sight glass? This guy's got the drip, bro. Dude, he looks sick. Let's get the hell out of here before he notices us though. I'm pickpocketing them, hoping for some extra potions. I don't think we would get any major healing potions, but we would get the superior ones, which are still nice. I can use them when I don't want to use a major, but still feel like I could use a little heal, you know? Whoa! Cetus. A rare level 61 elite. And he looks like he's coming this way! Let's get up on the hill and just watch him for a second here. Use our spyglass. This guy's sick. Definitely like a raid group. Well, probably like a 5-man group rare. 30,000 health. You're not going to solo that. But he's like an old Egyptian Anubis god. He looks sick. Let's just be very conscious and careful of that. Looks like he's probably going to roam this entire region. Ah, I missed my disarm because I was looking at this spawn radius. There we go. Superior healing potion, just like I wanted. That enrage is actually pretty scary from them, though. Two-point dice. We'll try that. Two-point dice seemed perfectly fine. We also got the pickpocket tracker achievement, Sticky Fingers. Pickpocket 100 times.
Health warning.
Oof. 6 out of 10. That Avenger started hurting, man. Holy. I'm going to try and get one more page. Let's head back to Hermit, and then, because he's going to have one more quest chain with us. A Terrible Purpose. That one, we might not do it. I don't know what the quest is, but it's the finale of the quest chain, and it looks like he's probably going to want us to kill some kind of difficult creature. 3 blocks and parries and misses. Come on, man. But yeah, that might be the end of it. There's the big shocks. That master is nasty. Frost Nova, Chain Lightning, Fire Blast, and Frost Bolt. She's like the mix between a mage and a shaman. Seven. Nice, thank you. We are just about at our time, though, so I'll spend some of my free time between this episode and the finale getting 3 more pages, and I won't turn the quest in. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. If I get 1 more page off this guy, we'll extend this episode until I get all 10 pages. But if we don't, then I'll spend some time, like I said, in between this episode and the next, the finale, and have it ready to turn in the finale. And that decides it right there, so. Let's head back to Ortel. Let's head back to Darnell. Hermit Darnell. We're also getting rep each kill on those Twilight Hammer members, which is kind of cool. You do get a really nice, I think it's Trinket, if you get exalted with a Cenarian Circle in Vanilla. Or maybe it's a long quest chain, I can't remember. I think it's called, like, I want to say it's like Earthshaker or something like that, but that might be wrong. But I know it's a very good melee DPS trinket, if I remember correctly. It's been quite a while. Heyo. Just a random note of thorium right here. One hit. I've said it before, but that is the worst part about thorium. Is every other node is at least 2 to 4 hits. Thorium is the only node that I've ever noticed can be 1 hit, and oftentimes is 1 or 2 hits. I don't think I've ever gotten a thorium 4 hit, especially from a small node. The large nodes I think you can get 4 hits on, but we do need to do some crafting in the finale as well. Probably spend all of our resources in the bank that we've been saving up in the finale. Quite a few resources. I forgot we had extra food and major healing potions, swift thistle, all kinds of stuff. We gotta go all the way back to Shar in the finale too. Talk to Duke Waterlord Hydraxis. Actually, I don't think Hydraxis is the Waterlord just yet. Or maybe yes he is. I think his lore said he was. I didn't know if he like becomes the Waterlord and right now he's just a Duke, or... But now that I'm thinking back, I think he, when we spoke to him, said he was the Waterlord, or the Lord of the Water Elementals, so... Well, I'll tell you what, this is a big sigh of relief. We've made it all the way to the finale without dying. And Lord willing, do a little pray right there. We don't die in the finale. But at least we've made it to the finale, right? Alright, who goes there? Oh, it's you. Did you find all the lexicon chapters yet?
Yes, these are the parts to the book. Let's get started then, adventurer. Swap every third word with words from the second chapter, then swap every other word with words from the first chapter. Wait, did I get that backwards?
That's actually pretty cool.
Okay, here we are. A pretty valuable chunk of information, I must say. I've seen the Cenarian Circle forces arrive at Silithus. They plan to drive the Twilight's hammer out, don't they? This will help. Take this parchment to their leader, Commander Maralith. Soon the Twilight's hammer will be vanquished, and I will be outside their grasp for good.
Take the decoded tablet parchment to Commander Maralith. True believers.
Now that I have the Twilight Lexicon in my possession, there's a small favor I'd like to ask of you.
Oh,
my
God.
former organization has a secret encoded bulletin they circulate on a monthly basis. If they make any progress searching for me, or if they call off the search, word will be published on the True Believer. Although this information is obviously valuable to me, the publication contains other useful information that I can share. Bring me any encoded texts you find on Twilight's Hammer members.
We'll pick this up, but that just means now I need 20 pages instead of 10. So that might be, you know, more grinding in between this episode and the finale. Let's go ahead and use our hearth, head back to the Cenarian Hold, talk to Noggle and talk to Maraleth, and then we'll get ready to wrap this one up. Let's talk to Noggle first, pick up some more...
Greetings, traveler. As long as you remain within the walls of the Cenarian Hold, you will be safe from harm. Be wary when leaving the protection of the hold, as the Selethid have been swarming as of late.
Thank you, Kalendrath. Noggle, my man. Hey, thanks for saving my hide. I think I'll be laying down for a while. Still haven't found my bag. Wait, well, I shouldn't count my lucky stars. At least the poison's been cleansed. No, I actually have it right here.
Yes, you brought my satchel back, and my rare reagents are all here. I'll be in your debt for a long time.
Well, the 2 elixirs of mongoose will help. Thank you, brother. Thanks for finding my reagents. That poison's made me a bit tired. That's really nice. And then Commander Maraleth. This guy looks like a badass. Look at that weapon, man.
Why now, person? I just do not understand it. So much work to be done.
A terrible purpose. What is this you bring to me, Bale? Can I read these? Oh, yeah. Decoded tablet transcription. How many pages is this? Just 3, okay. Day 1. Our pilgrimage is over. We finally reached Silithus, where we're to establish contact. We've come from many places to collaborate in what is to be a monumental undertaking. There's a tremendous sense of excitement in the air. Tomorrow, we shall devote all of our energy to building that which will allow communication with them. Tomorrow we shall construct a windstone. Day 2. The location of the windstone has been a subject of great debate. Not even the wisest among us can determine with great certainty where the place mentioned in the old prophecy actually refers to. I've stayed with the original northern group, and time will undoubtedly prove us right. The argument that the energy lines intersect at detrimental angles at this location are foolish and naive. Already we are gathering the necessary building materials at great speed. Day 15. Our dedication has paid off. We are the first camp to finish the construction of a windstone. If the other fools had stayed with us, we would have completed the task in less than a week. Tomorrow we shall begin the rituals involved in summoning Baron Kazum himself. He demanded to be the first to test the system, and we couldn't contradict him as he's quick to anger. I expect he will be most pleased with us. Baron Kazum.
This is very interesting information indeed, adventurer. This sheds some light on the presence of the Twilight's Hammer in Silithus, and will undoubtedly help us in our struggle against them. Your efforts will be handsomely rewarded, adventurer.
Thank you, Commander. Alright, let's go jump into bid. Let me hide this quest too. Viral the Vial. We aren't going to be doing that one. Gonna need 13 more pages though, so it's going to be a bit of a grind. Next time we'll be heading back to the Waterlord Hydraxis. We're going to be heading to the Caverns of Time, discover the Brood of Naz Dormu. We're going to be heading back to Denova Snowden to turn these in, to Moonglade to turn these in, taking on Khan Rothra and Princess Mizrael, and then setting off some fireworks, looking at our bank, appreciating all the items that we've had along the way, basically all the final bits for the finale, and wrap up the Hardcore Ironman series. I'm very, very excited. It's been a hell of an adventure. My favorite game of all time, classic WoW, and we've got all the way to the finale in Hardcore Ironman, so I'm super excited. Let's go ahead and jump into bed. Feet are hanging off. That should be good. Alright guys, I'm going to call this one here for now. I thank you very much for hanging out. I'll see you in the next one. Peace and love, and God bless gamers.